up here, but look around the crowd. I mean, half of you are, so. It's a lot of musicians. A lot of musicians I need. Somewhere I saw Kirk Hammett from Metallica. I'm sorry, there's J Matt
Hello.
You union guys, man, I don't know.
So we are here today to celebrate the life and legacy of a man who needs no introduction. A figure whose determined vision and work ethos have helped shape countless musicians in this town, in this region. A little nervous, sorry. Benny Fiacco's work as a musician, educator, and entrepreneur have played pivotal roles in sparking this city's musical innovations and in multiple decades of cultural transitions. I know everyone is expecting me to come up here and roast Benny, which is a little hard to do since there's a few kids here and I didn't prepare for that. This is someone I've looked up to since early childhood. There's really isn't a lot you can roast Benny on if you know him personally. I mean, apart from the fact that he looks like he's probably someone who knows how to pull a joint. Nobody wears that much Grateful Dead merch without knowing a thing or two about marijuana. And how exactly do you roast somebody who's already baked? I first met Benny Fiacco as a customer when I was just 7 years old, little guy, going into Music City for the very first time by some guitar strings. That was the first time a grown-up ever gave me a discount on anything, and it was the very first time a grown-up ever offered me marijuana. I'm kidding, the mayor's here, I'm kidding, obviously. Benny would never do that. Obviously never give a kid marijuana or a discount. That's not fair though. In all the decades I've known Benny, I've never actually seen him smoke weed. In truth, for all I know, he may have never even touched the stuff, though there are some clues. For one, that he looks like a love child between Cheech Marin and another Cheech Marin. He's what happens when Super Mario eats the wrong mushroom. The cash register at Music City has 1s, 5s, 10s, and Funyuns. I invited Penny to a potluck once, and holy cow, did he get that message wrong. I say all of this in jest, of course. We all know Benny to be an immaculately skilled musician and one of the most knowledgeable figures in the realm of musical instruments here or anywhere. And if you don't get there by smoking marijuana in the off hours. A while back I went to Benny and asked him to sell me a beautiful Gibson Les Paul. And that he presented to me was a testament to his knowledge of music and the fact that there is absolutely no way Benny Fiacco has ever smoked marijuana. I brought my personal guitar tech with me, if I can ask her to come up here, and I'll show you this beautiful Les Paul that she got me. There is no way a pothead is going to sell you this guitar for $3,000. All kidding aside though, I've been a professional writer for 16 years. And writing this page took me a month. Because in all seriousness, there isn't a single negative thing I can say about Benny Fiacco. Not a single thing. These cheesy musician stoner jokes were the best I could come up with. It's a genuine challenge to roast someone you have so much unwavering respect for and have looked up to musically for nearly the entirety of your time on this earth. You'd be hard-pressed to name a single other person who has so directly and impactfully contributed to the growth of the Binghamton music scene. As a musician, entrepreneur, and music teacher, and also as an influence to countless generations of aspiring musicians from the greater Binghamton region, myself included. As a musician, Benny Fiacco has shared stages with Billings with some of the most iconic, legendary music acts in history. He's easily and without debate one of the most talented bass players this city has ever known, and his humility and down-to-earth demeanor make him a rarity in the music world, where egos tend to rise alongside success. Benny's contributions to our music scene extend well beyond his stellar musicianship. As a kid, I would daydream about owning a Les Paul. And I remember going to Music City a long, long time ago, very young, and expressing to Benny that I wanted to save every nickel and dime I could scrounge until I could buy a Les Paul, so that I could play like Jimmy Page or Pete Townsend. And Benny probably doesn't remember even saying this to me, very long time ago, and I have to paraphrase a little bit. But he said that it's not the instrument that makes the musician, it's what you do as a musician that makes the difference. And that made the world to me, and it changed me as a musician for the rest of my life. That was a wildly important lesson to learn about English session. Some of you may know, I created an online magazine called Prowler City Sound that celebrates our homegrown local music talent with reviews, artist profiles, guides, and more. And when my lovely wife Sarah, who's back there taping me, when my wife Sarah and my best friend Colin joined me on this adventure, I knew that I wanted to tell the Music City story. I wanted to tell the Benny Fiacco story. It was one of the first articles that we did. Benny Fiacco is an important name for the Binghamton musicians of tomorrow to know. He's someone I want my preschooler daughter to look up to as she begins her own musical journey in the coming years. The Binghamton music scene simply might not be worth writing about if it were not for Benny Fiacco and his contributions to each and every musician that makes him whole. I've never told Benny just how much I admire his contributions to music, or just how vital he's been in shaping my own musical aspirations. So I can't think of a better time to say thank you, Benny. Sincerely. Thank you for your guidance, for your inspiration, and for treating me and every other musician in this room and in this city with love and shared admiration. And Prowler City Sound is dedicated to you as much as the city itself, and we owe you a tremendous debt for everything you've done for us.